What's going on, people? Welcome back to AFTV. It's preview time. It's Man United versus Arsenal this Sunday, a 4:30 PM kickoff for Old Trafford. And do you know what? Wait, Tesco. I've got some bits to start because it's been a while. We're back. Got you some snacks. James, Maltesers.
Okay.
In the red.
I actually quite like Maltesers. Thank you.
Kit Kat. Take a break. I've got this all from Tesco, but this Sunday it's Fixture versus Benjamin Sesko. Other supermarkets are available. Let's go. We're back, baby. We're so back. We're back.
At least we got a gift out of it.
Oh, mate.
He actually spent money on that intro.
I went to the shop this morning.
I might switch to predicted 11s instead.
No, you got to stay here.
Nah, I don't.
Tesco, Benjamin Sesko versus Victor Gyökeres. We are so back, people. This is it. It's the big one. It's the start of the Premier League for Arsenal. And we are playing against Man United, which we're going to get into. Oh, I felt so good doing the intros. They haven't left. I've got your special Kit Kat hazelnut. I ain't even seen that. I saw that.
I'm not even a Kit Kat fan. No, some wafer thing. That. No.
What is he a fan of? He's not a fan of anything, is he? Apart from
I like Maltesers, to be fair. Thank you.
Have that, man.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you
can enjoy that as well.
Okay. What this? No, what?
Why not?
No. I'm good with one. Thank you.
To be fair, he's looking healthy, running and that. Yeah. Anyway,
Robbie's thinking is Tesco and Kit Kat sponsoring this?
yeah. Let me. Right, people. Let's get into this. Let's start with Man United versus Arsenal.
He just did a strict term with the Kit Kat.
Don't need it. They're right. They're not sponsoring us. It's a big point. Right, how are we feeling? Let's start. James, come on in. Let's get into this. It's the start of the Premier League season. It's Arsenal. Loads of signings being made from both teams. We are so back.
Yeah. I feel like I need another 2 months off. It's come around so quickly.
No, I'm good, man. I'm excited about it.
I am excited about it. I do think that there's this underlying, like, the fan base are just
on eggshells.
When Tottenham went 2-0 up against PSG.
Like internally, you're just asking questions. Like Arteta was getting it, some of the players were getting it. Well, just thinking, nah. Chelsea done what they done. Club World Cup, and now Tottenham are about to do this Super Cup. Please.
Look, it doesn't read much better, but I was saying for Arsenal, we were on the brink of, from when we signed Jesus Zinchenko and challenged for the title, United having 2 trophies, Chelsea having 2 trophies, and Tottenham having 2 trophies. That would have been very difficult to live with, and it kind of is already anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Look, how do I feel? I feel like the Bilbao performance has made me excited for this game, but it's a tricky one. It's not, I guess anyone you play opening day of the season, you can say they're excited, they're going to have a go, kind of the hopes are there for everyone. But we are coming up against a Man United side who need to bounce back after a shocking end to last season, who've added in Bomo Cunha and Sesko. 3 players, funnily enough, we actually looked at in good detail, all 3 of them. And I don't believe Amorim's a bad manager, and I actually don't believe if they click and get those 1 or 2 missing pieces that they're a bad team at all. Old Trafford will always be a difficult place to go. But we need to show that we've done enough in the market with our 6 signings, that we have prepared well, and make a statement.
So you don't think their fans are being too optimistic, too slightly deluded? I spoke to a few fans, they seem like things are clicking. I mean, they made some good signings. Do you think that it's a bit of false hope, or is there some truth to it?
Well, like, I don't know. I actually think, they're linked with Carlos Baleba. I actually think they're one player like that away from getting Champions League football. Like, I don't think United are miles off in terms of the players they've got. The question is whether Amorim's the guy. But at the start of the season, everyone's going to be a bit giddy and a bit excited about their team. They've got new signings and the sun's out, and there's kind of that sense of, well, we're in all 4 competitions. You never know, anything can happen. But the important thing isn't whether they're right or wrong. The crucial thing is that will feed into the atmosphere. That will feed into the fans at Old Trafford. So whether it pans out that way or not, Arsenal are going to have to go into somewhat of a cauldron at Old Trafford where the fans are going, let's go again, because no matter what, it is Arsenal versus Man United. It's a rivalry steeped in tradition, history, and the players will kind of always understand that to a degree.
100%. That giddy feeling is definitely what I have going into this season. I think it's going to be an amazing season for many clubs. I think Premier League is going to be at the top level this season. It's funny you spoke about that. You're in every cup competition until you're not, but right now you are, so you enjoy it. Turkish, Old Trafford away, we're going to get your feelings first off the bat. You always...
Not Old Trafford at home.
United away.
It's Old Trafford away.
Man United away. Thank you for that. That's very true. That was silly of me. Obviously, you, especially in the past, have said, I've always been quite confident. Even Man United in their dark times, like, we'll smack them. You always want it puts the kind of cold water on me saying 4-0, 3-0, because you know what Man United away is. What are you feeling for the start of this game? Are you fully confident with what you've seen Arsenal do in the window and whatnot, or is it still very level-headed as Man United away? There could be problems.
It's a nervy one. Like James said, like we're going into the season a bit. I'm excited about the season. Football's back, and you know we can see what it is, and you know a few teams have done good business in the window.
Quite a lot.
You know, so the season's going to be. It should be interesting, especially as an Arsenal fan, because we brought in a lot of players, but it didn't click until maybe Bilbao. But regardless, win, lose, draw, pre-season is just that. Old Trafford. First things first, we can't be losing that Big Six record on game week 1, because that's something we managed to maintain even last season through a lot of, you know, patchy 90-minute performances. You know, we've still, to lose that game week 1, it could be very detrimental mentally, and just, you know, it's not a good way to start the season, first and foremost, especially a season that has tougher games coming up in the next 5 fixtures, like Newcastle away and Liverpool away and City at the Emirates. So in my opinion, we have to, in a sense, hit the ground running. I'm excited about it though, because I expect Gyökeres to start from Zubimendi's performance against Bilbao with Declan next to him, a bit closer, more like a double pivot. That looked very interesting. So a lot of things came out of that Bilbao game that definitely perked, you know, things up in terms of going into the United one, because the Tottenham game, the Villarreal game, even the AC and Newcastle games,
they weren't bad.
They didn't really. Yeah, but some of them you can say they weren't bad, but we didn't see anything new.
Fair.
You know, we didn't see anything, you know, worth kind of looking at, thinking, all right, you know, we're going into next season with this sort of plan, until Bilbao. So that game, you know, gave us a lot in terms of at least some belief we're going to do things a bit different, transition a bit quicker.
That 11
I think United are going to be on it, and I think that could work in our favour, because we know we can dominate teams, we know we can choke them out, we know we can condense the pitch and you know, keep the ball and win games. If we can, especially game week 1 United at home, they're going to come out to us. If we can show quick transitions and counter-attack football on top of that, which some of the great Man City sides showed over those years with Pep, when Sterling was, you know, one of the main guys over there, for example. They transitioned so quick, but they could also dominate possession and, you know, condense it and choke teams out and win games in that manner. So I think it's a perfect game to try that method out. So hopefully, I'm excited to see Gyökeres hit the ground running. I'm expecting 20 goals from him. I'm hoping 20 goals from him in the league. We got a striker. You know, as much as I feel like we need a couple other players to really get this over the line, you know, Zubimendi and Gyökeres are quality signings, and if they can remain consistent, availability-wise and performance-wise, they're great assets to the team. Yeah,
we need, obviously, if the other players contribute to goals as well, that would be good. Obviously, last season we didn't have anyone go over 10 goals in the league, which is, I think, bad from an Arsenal side in any era. Just quickly, before we go into more on the game, are you happy with the first starting fixtures? I remember Robbie said last season that Liverpool had an easy start, and that kind of eased them into the league with Arne Slot being his first season, and that kind of helped them. This season, our first 5 games are Man United, Leeds at home, then we've got Liverpool away, Nottingham Forest at home, and then Man City at home. Are you happy with that? Is that something you'd want to get rid of the hard games out of the way first? I know Turkey was always like that when it came to Champions League, but for this season, it's not just us that have hard games. You spoke about the top 6 record. Are you happy that we're starting with tough games, or would you rather the, I don't know, middle to lower teams, which we sometimes struggle against?
Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you prefer an easier run. When we started in 22-23, someone made the point that, we were on fire in pre-season, but we beat Chelsea, who had problems. We had Orlando and Everton as the other 2 pre-season games. Who was it at home? Was it Benfica? No, who was it? We beat 6-0. Sevilla. And then that was followed by, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Palace, Leicester, Bournemouth.
Yeah, Palace
like it, you know,
Friday.
Villa, I think, was that 5th game. So it was sort of 5 games in a row where it was like,
it was just decimated.
They were winnable, and we built momentum. Next thing, from pre-season to then, we've won 8 games in a row, and things are looking really good. So that can set you off on the right foot. But I look back at last season, we had a really tricky start. We had Villa Park, Tottenham, City, all away very early. And I remember we actually came through that with, I think, 3 wins and 2 draws.
Weren't too bad.
And it was like a really good platform. It was then the injuries and losing Ødegaard and then not
some of the red cards.
Some of the red cards not adjusting the right way. Look, Arsenal had a shambolic season last year that we can take a lot of blame for, but there was a lot of bad luck in that too. I think without the Trossard red, we've won at the Etihad. I think without an Ødegaard injury, we probably pick up a few extra wins in that earlier start. And I think if last season happened again this season, I'd say that's a really good platform to build on. But you need a little bit of luck as well when you come out of it. And last year we didn't have it, but we also didn't put ourselves in a position to have better luck, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we've got to play everyone twice. Everyone does. I don't mind the start to the season because it's a big season for us, and you find out early what we're really about, what we're really on, and you make sure in the window you do enough to be confident in those first 5-6 games. Because in recent years where teams are getting 85 to 90 to 95 and more points, right? Yeah. Any drop points matter. So it could break your season in a sense, but it can make your season. And that's what it's got to be about, coming off the back of those six, because what's the 6th game on the list as well?
I think it's Newcastle.
Okay, so I don't think that's, I don't think it, I think it's the first 6 games that really make it difficult. But then after that, it's all London games for October.
Yeah.
And then November it's a couple up north, and then back December that hectic period, no big 6 fixtures for Arsenal away. And we've got a lot of London or Nottingham Wolves game where it's in and around, right? So there's patches in this season where you look at it, and I look at it and think, that's a day. If we can come out of this first 6 games in a healthy position, let's say 15 out of 18 points. Yeah, if we can come out like that, and then you go to 3 London fixtures in October, and then the fixtures that come up in November, December, you're looking at it in a very different light. So it's for me, it's exciting, man. To start against United game week 1 is. I can't remember the last time we started a big a season with a big 6 fixture.
I remember 2010. I think we started with Liverpool away. Do you remember? And Gog scored, and I think Shamak might have equalised late.
Okay.
What a throwback that is.
But even then, you see, Liverpool weren't really. It wasn't really big. Back then, it would have been more Arsenal, United, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Yeah, they weren't at
that. I'm looking at now. Yeah, I get you though. Yeah,
even then, United of old.
The closest was Emery's start, where game week 2 Chelsea, game week 3 City.
Yeah.
No, City opening day at the Emirates.
Was it?
Yeah, and then Chelsea the week after. We started with 2 defeats.
Chelsea was the second. Yeah,
nasty start.
That start was mad for him.
Yeah. That was.
But
I'm excited about it.
With that, me and Curtis spoke on the live, and we said, like, if you don't get maximum points in this game, how much pressure you'll be under at Liverpool. So at Anfield, he's gonna have to get a win.
Okay, I'm gonna come in early with this. We need to somewhat. It's a long season. Like, we can't be crashing out after game week 1. Now,
it's going to be hard. I know what you're saying, but all these seasons in the past, James, it feels like from minute 1 of the season, it feels like, okay, points really are they're really gonna matter, of course. But like,
yeah, but again, okay. We didn't lose the title last season because we drew at Old Trafford. For me, we lost it because we lost at home to West Ham. And even in the form United were in, of course we're good enough to go win there. We know we are, but I think where the energy should be, really, in terms of frustration from Arsenal fans, is not completing the window. If Eze goes to Tottenham, if we don't add that 10 we need, because that has a longer term impact on the season and our capabilities in all competitions. When you look at the season, there will be points dropped. Liverpool en route to winning the title, where they were well ahead, they dropped points at Villa, they dropped points at other places that. What did they dropped? They drew 2-2 with Man United at Anfield, and that was when the title race was somewhat still alive. So Arsenal good enough to go win, but if we came out of this run with a draw at Old Trafford, we beat Leeds, we draw against Liverpool, and then who's after that? City at home.
City at home, and then Newcastle away.
Oh my God, that is tough. Like, it's not the end of the world if it's 3 wins, 2 draws, and we're getting some really tough fixtures out the way. I want to see more. I want to see the football looking exciting.
If we lose,
oh shit! It's the fan.
Is crash outs allowed?
No, you can do what you want. But I just think
can I get permission when you see me on Twitter after?
I don't like losing to United at the best of times. Yeah, let alone to start a season. That's so
losing's different. I'm talking drawing. I think people are on the brink of, like, if we don't win, everyone's going to lose their heads, and I just think
don't be surprised.
There's a lot of big games to come. Let's see where we are coming October.
What did I just say? 15 of 18, I said, didn't it?
That's a lot, bro. That's Newcastle. That's basically
I would be delighted with 14 out of 18. 2 draws in there. I would be delighted with that.
It's an interesting one. I'll let people in the comments
decide
as well.
In and around.
But you're right, sorry.
In and around.
You're right. I mean, if we lose, then it's like, oh my word. You know, how did the preparations go so well for United, so badly for us? That is flipped to a point where we're losing there when we're in the position we're in and they're in the position they were in last season. So I agree with that. I'm just saying, I think there's this underlying tension running through everything. My eyes are still on finishing the window. And yeah, it's the points that matter, it's the games that matter, I get that. But a draw's not the end of the world. I'd be disappointed. We're good enough to win. But I just think it's a long season. And we can't be so high with every win and so deflated with every defeat or every drop point.
We're an emotional fan base. I think fans are quite.
And I get why we're there.
And I understand.
I do get why we're there because it's a huge season.
Facts, I can see.
But we have got to go for that. The more I think about it, you are right. A draw's not the end of the world, but the way the fixtures pile up in that first 5-6,
it's the Liverpool game. It's the Liverpool. I'm sorry, I know it's the Man United preview, but it's the Liverpool.
A draw against United, a win against Leeds, you got 4 points there. Let's say Liverpool beat us, you got 4 out of 9 points all of a sudden. So even if you beat City and Newcastle, you get 10 out of 8, which is just still, it starts looking.
Yeah.
And because you are right, the eyes are on the window. I think the eyes then widen after each drop point if there is to drop points to come. That's why I think this Man United game's crucial. We go there and show this new style of transition, the pace to it, and the double pivot type of midfield instead, and we beat them 3-1 4-1, let's say. Jordan predicted 4-1, I predicted 3-1.
Really?
No, what's I predicted?
Really?
Yeah, you said 3-1.
3-1, I said.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
I don't know what to expect.
No, that's the thing. We don't.
At the end of the day, I'm just going to back it and say, say Gyökeres gets 2 goals, kicks off the season well, he's going to bang 20, and we'll see how it unfolds, innit? But I'm not happy with the window.
Gyökeres to score 2, you don't need to score 1.
So, I feel like it's all interlinked. Drop points, more eyes on the window, and then it's just like, what are you man doing? And then that Liverpool game, 31st of July, just as the window closes.
That's the biggest one. It's the biggest one.
That's a mad one.
Because there's a hoodoo of us, going to Anfield and not winning over the part. Well, for a long time actually. That game, and again, I know it's a Man United preview, but that game, especially when they're deemed as favourites, what they've done in the window, if you drop points at United, it becomes massive. And it really is a big game. But before that, the confidence for the team, if you overcome Liverpool, then. I know it's a long season, but it puts you in really good stead. This question's probably eradicated now. I was going to say, would you take a draw now then for today's game?
No, I wouldn't take one. No? I wouldn't take one.
Not even, no?
Like, as in offered to me right now,
right now.
Yes, no, I wouldn't take it. But just saying, season's not over.
No, you're right. Even though online it might feel like it if we do drop points, but it's not. You're right. That is the level-headed thing to say here. Let me go to the pressure. I saw Flex and Robbie, they did a preview on United View. Big them up. And the title was Pressure War. Who is under more pressure in this game, Ruben Amorim or Mikel Arteta?
Ooh.
Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
It's a different level now,
I
man.
agree with that.
You think Mikel Arteta is, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. After the season they had, Man United had finished in that position. Now I made them sign in, spent a lot of money. It's still Arteta.
United, I think, have more clarity than ever about where they are as a club and the rebuild they have to go through. And they're losing big players like Rashford and others have gone, and they've tried to reinvest to give Amorim what he needs, and they know they're kind of starting from square one, no European football. That's where they are. So of course there's a massive pressure on him. But the thing with Arteta, there is this Maresca's just picked up 2 trophies. Tottenham went and picked one up. United have been doing their thing despite the changing of managers.
That's fair.
Liverpool and Arne Slot came in his first season and leapfrogged you to it. Pep Guardiola doesn't need more silverware to justify his CV. So I think there's a pressure for Arteta and look, when is it really when are you gonna get over that line? And it starts Sunday. I think there's immense pressure on Arteta. It's made worse by Tony Adams' comments. It's made worse by, as I've said, this underlying tension in the fan base. I'm really interested to see what the Emirates is like this season, because I think the Emirates last year, granted, I don't go to every game, there was an impatience starting to creep in.
Justified for you? No? Understand? 6 years without a trophy?
There is, because Lee always makes the point that we pay top dollar and we don't see our owners act in the way the fans do. to fund this football club. So, yeah, I think there is a frustration with the football club. Doesn't mean it's just on Arteta or just on the players. Sometimes you're frustrated. We've had lots of injuries, and that in itself you kind of carry as a fan. It's no one's fault, but you're frustrated about it. I just, we go into this game with maybe Trossard as the only injury concern, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone's available. Like, when was the last time we said that? We've got a genuine debate, which we're going to have in the predicted 11 around Havertz and Gyökeres, around Zubimendi, Norgard, Rice, Marino, Erdegaard, Waneri, like Madueke, Martinelli, Timber, Lewis Skelly, Calafiori. Like, these are great problems. So we can't really have an excuse on that front, and that's actually quite exciting in itself.
That's tough. Yeah, it all builds for a good season. Good season between top teams battling. Let me close the preview on just by asking both of you how you see how do Arsenal win a game? Where are the weaknesses in Man United? Obviously the season hasn't started yet. We don't follow their pre-season intensity. Man United, as I'm talking about. But do you still see, that there's places to exploit when it comes to Man United? I think the midfield is definitely what from being outsider looking in. I know they're linked with Believer. I know that I think the Menu is not a regular player in that team. I don't know who they're going to put in that midfield. If it's going to be who's going to sit in the DM position. But is that where we win this game? Is it our midfield? Is that what you'll be looking at?
I'm
Or have we just got better players?
Midfield because it's exciting to see Zubimendi and Rice, but I think it's again.
Which the best?
If they go for it and you see the formation they play with and the fullbacks high up the pitch, if we move the ball quick to Saka or Martinelli, Madueke, whoever's on the left, there's a lot of space for them to run into. So I think it's a perfect game to see if we have something else about us this season already to start game week 1. Because I think there's different ways, because defensively where you're going to get them. Attacking wise, they've signed quality players in terms of Mbeumo and Cunha. That's Prem proven to a certain extent, for sure. And then they've added Šeško up top, whether he starts or not. It's an interesting signing. Everyone's been talking about him in some way, shape or form the last 2 years. So I'm looking at them defensively and saying, if we can, if they really do try and go for it, Dorgu goes high up the pitch. Diallo, I think he starts right wing back now. I think he might. Yeah. So he what he wants to do and what he's really on, more the final third stuff. So I think the wingers have got and with a back three, then Gyökeres can be one-on-one with us. You move the ball quick into the wingers, and Gyökeres is one-on-one with a defender, much better than being two. So I think even the way Amorim sets up, if we can find that Bilbao level of transition and pace to it, I'm confident in the game.
Okay, interesting. All right, we'll leave it there. Let me get your score predictions. I mean, you've done it on Forever Arsenal, but just to remind me, because I can't. You say 3-1.
Yeah, I said 2-2.
I'm gonna go 2-1. I feel like United will score first. No, it's gonna be that could be a problem. Too. That's what you said that as well. Yeah, I think that could happen. Which that could be a problem. But 2-1 Arsenal. I just hope we overall as a squad and as a team. I just see us being a better team, but being away could be playing effect to it.
Gyökeres scores first.
You think Gyökeres scores first?
That's my prediction. 7 minutes in.
He's very optimistic. I like this Turkish. I like this new.
7 minutes in, 1-0 up. You see the mask come out.
I think they'll score first.
See the mask come out, you say?
I think they'll score first and Mbeumo, and then I think Zubimendi will be our first scorer.
Okay.
That's even more optimistic, really.
Yeah, a bit of fun.
I think Mbeumo will score first for them, get them excited, and then we will. Who will it be? Rice. Then Gyökeres. That's what I'm going with. Don't ask me why. Rice has scored against Man United before in a clutch moment, so we'll go with that.
He's had a few.
He has, and he's also been doing a lot of rapping over in Adidas. But anyway, we went there. On that note, I'm going to leave this preview. There will be a Predicted 11 coming out as well on the channel. Plenty of build-up coming for you as well on this game. It's a massive game. The start of the Premier League is here. We are so back. We are back. And so are the intros. Love you all. I'll see you again soon. Take care. Peace.